I will address the three claims made in regarding Proposition 1A, being that voters were misled when voting, the impact it will have on our budget, and transportation already in place, being airplanes. I would like to address the first claim, which was voters were misled when they voted in favor of Proposition 1A. The price has indeed risen from $30 billion to $45 billion, but in challenging this reasoning, it is California's own fault. It's common sense that the cost will rise if they prolong this process. According to California High-Speed Rail, the longer California waits to implement a high-speed train system, the more it will cost to construct. Every year that California waits to implement the high-speed train system, inflation causes the cost to construct the system to escalate. I would also like to address the subclaim that additionally there is a prospect of the train not going nearly as fast as proposed. If this subclaim in the subclaim, a reference is made to another high-speed train, which is called the Excella. It was said it is capable of reaching speeds of 150 miles per hour, but usually reaches 70, stops included. I would like to counter this claim in first stating that according to trainweb.org, in referring to the Excella, it was built in 2000 and 2001. In saying that claim, technology has definitely changed since 2001, so the trains are likely to go a lot faster. But the second claim talks about the impact the high-speed rail project will have on our state budget. It was suggested that the loan was a bad idea. In countering this claim, the California High-Speed Rail government said that it also concluded that the state can issue $9.95 billion in GO debt scheduled on November 8, 2008 ballot without exceeding administration's current debt capacity. Therefore, there is room for this opportunity in which it will not be exceeding the current debt capacity guidelines. If California were to repeal the Prop 1A, money would still have to be spent regardless due to a need in transportation change for right now. When looking at the economy of California, it is said that California has 3 of the top 5 most congested urban areas in the United States. Right now, congestion costs approximately $20 billion per year in wasted fuel and lost time. However, the help of the HSR, the high-speed rail, could improve California. By keeping Prop 1A implemented, we would be reducing traffic problems in the state of California without having to raise taxes even more. When speaking about infrastructure's bond measures, it was stated that Proposition 1A and B are part of a comprehensive long-term plan to begin addressing California's long-neglected infrastructure needs. Passing 1A and 1B will be providing funding for projects in every community of the state to make traffic safety improvements on the most dangerous roads and highways, to relieve traffic congestion on highways and gridlock intersections, and to improve rundown local streets and roads. In regards to my previously stated site, Prop 1 billion, $10 billion bond is a considerable cost which deserves special scrutiny in difficult economic and fiscal times. But the high-speed rail system will produce significant relief to LA County's inadequate transportation system, allowing the area to attract more high-quality employers and their jobs. These policies will provide substantial and tangible economic and environmental benefits to area commuters and taxpayers over the system's lifetimes that will be many times the cost of the bond. This leads me to my next point, in that doing so, jobs will be created which will improve the economy. Therefore, the budget would not be such a big issue to people. An article from CapitalWeekly.net says just designing and building the system will require us to utilize and expand California's skilled workforce, creating nearly 160,000 construction-related jobs. Once in operation, the improvements to mobility measured in terms of lower transportation costs, and time savings will create an additional 450,000 jobs. So there are benefits to spending money, for it will repay itself in not only the literal way, but many other aspects of the economy. In the third claim, it is concluded that flying is a faster way to go. However, this reasoning can be proven off. Nowadays, due to much tighter airport security, it is possible that trying to get through it all could exceed flight time. For instance, an article from TravelEasier.com says that because of the security measures that have been implemented, one may expect longer security check lines, so checking in for flight may take longer than it has in the past. Airports recommend that you arrive at the airport about 2 hours before your scheduled flight, which sometimes can actually be longer than the flight there. Traveling by air is not a good solution, for it harms our environment, when the high-speed rail is a greener solution for us and for our future. We won't have to rely on foreign oil so much, and we can reduce the amount of harmful pollutants. Our current economy is represented well by these pieces of information. With record high gas prices, growing congestion in our roads and airports, global warming and environmental concerns, and an economic situation crying out for new jobs and growth, there has never been a better time to begin on a statewide high-speed rail system right now. To take pressure off gas prices and lower our dependence on foreign oil, with skyrocketing energy prices and middle-class families struggling to fill their gas tanks at the pump, we must find ways to conserve energy and reduce our dependence on foreign oil. High-speed rail trains will use only one-third the energy per person as airplane travel, and 1/5 the energy of a similar length car trip. After hearing all the information, it is clear that California needs some kind of boost to rev up the economy. In keeping Prop 1A, the goal will be accomplished and transportation will be improved immensely.